Greetings everyone, welcome to the channel if this is your first time, and welcome back to all my subscribers. In this video, we're going to do some price analysis on Tfuel. Let's get it. Starting off with a basic line chart here on Coinbase, looking at the 24-hour, and we see that this line chart is just pretty much marching its way to the upside, leaving Tfuel up about 5.33% on the day, at least at the time of recording. We see that Tfuel is still down 8.78% on the week, up 122% on the month, and then of course that insane up 20,662% on the year. The 24-hour trade volume down below is 71.4 million, so we're definitely going to want to see that volume increase, but the market cap is still hanging on at $2 billion. And jumping over to coin market cap, we see that Tfuel is ranked at number 61 and is currently trading at 38 cents. And here we have Tfuel up on the daily chart in TradingView, and I do like some of the things that I'm looking at right now. If we look at yesterday's candle, which closed just about 30 minutes ago, it not only got back above this candle body here on a closing basis, but it got above the 30 simple moving average as well as the 21. What that means to me now is that this horizontal down here coming in around 34 cents is now an official pivot point on the market. So it's a good area of interest for me to use as confirmations. So in other words, if we were to entertain any more downside price action, so just from the natural ebbs and flows of price, assuming there's no catalyst within the market or some kind of event that causes a panic of selling, then what I would be looking for is a daily candle body closure below that 34 cents before I'd be entertaining any tests of this liquid zone that has a top side at 31 cents and a bottom side around that 29.5 cent mark. Just below that is that 55, and it's currently rising up to 28.5 cents, and soon will come into confluence with that area. So in other words, this is looking less probable. Tfuel is looking to try to turn the tide here from a price action perspective. Of course, it's a little bit too early to tell right now, as we do see the negatively sloped 10 simple moving average still serving as resistance by this wick here and this one as well. But to get that daily candle body closure above the 30 and the 21, looks to me that the bulls are going to try to pick things back up here, at least give it a shot. What I'd be looking for is a candle body closure above that 10, and right now it is coming in around 39 cents, and then perhaps that initiates another test of this horizontal coming in right here, and this horizontal is up at 44 cents. As you all know, I like to see the price action on daily candle body closures get above these liquid zones and then confirm them as future support before I get excited for these gigantic rips in price action. And as you can see, we are quite a ways away from that right now. But I do like how Tfuel is trying to establish a little pivot here, looking quite nice. Volume still quite lackluster here, but perhaps volume re-enters the market sometime soon and thrusts price to the upside. Of course, volume isn't necessarily indicative of the direction, but in overall uptrends, such as what we've been seeing with Tfuel, my bias will always be bullish in a bull market. There's no reason to be a bear in a bull market. Anyhow, down here on the RSI, we do see it slope to the downside. We see that the exponential moving average has fallen from grace out of that bullish control zone, and we did talk about that as a possibility in the last video. So pressure is still down according to the RSI, but the price structure, like I said, is trying to sort itself out. We see a fresh cross back to the upside out of the bearish exhaustion zone in the stochastics, and I do like that look. And being that this is a daily chart, and being that Tfuel's been range bound between these two purple boxes for quite some time, that does look good. Down here on the MACD, moving averages aren't doing a heck of a lot other than straight down, but we are seeing a second day of loss of momentum here on the histogram. However, today's trading day is far from confirmed, as the day just started 30 minutes ago. So we'll have to see what happens there. But so far looking okay on that front. Let's check out the 12-hour. And on the 12-hour, we see that price action based off this horizontal that we were looking at before, as well as the 55, and it has closed above the 10, but still hasn't gotten above that 21. But let's see if the 10 can scoop up price action. I'll zoom in a little bit here so you can see that. But the 10 is coming in trying to scoop up price action, so perhaps that happens, and then the 12-hour gets thrusted up above the 21 and 30. Of course, that's what I'll be looking for, and hopefully that comes in on some volume. That'll be a nice telltale that it's legit. Down here on the RSI, we do see it trying to find support off the bearish control zone, dipped in there a little bit, and the bearish control zone did cough it back up, but as of right now, it is rejecting off of the exponential moving average. But again, this 12-hour candle just opened. It still has 11 and a half hours from the time of recording. Stochastics momentum up, coming out of the exhaustion zone, so I'd like to look at that. So we're seeing that on the 12-hour as well as the daily. And down here on the MACD, we see a loss of momentum for the last 12-hour candle bodies, but this one here is still unconfirmed, but it's looking more and more probable that this momentum is beginning to wane. No bullish cross just yet on the 12-hour. Let's have a look at the 4. Into the 4-hour we go. On the 4-hour, we see that the RSI got back out of the bearish control zone, but not without a fight. As we see it dip back in here, it did get below the exponential, but got spat back out. And we do see a positive slope on the exponential for the first time in a while. So perhaps these two come into confluence and kiss each other somewhere in here. And of course, I'm going to be looking for the 4-hour RSI to find support off that exponential. Stochastics are trying to cross to the downside. No death sentence, just a 4-hour chart, nothing to be worried about on the overall greater macro range. And down here on the MACD, we do see that the moving averages are working their way back up to the zero read of the y-axis, and we do see quite a bit of positive momentum coming in here. So that's overall looking good. I do see that the 89 exponential as well as the green 55 harassing price action right now. You see that soon as price begins to close below that 55, that the candle bodies are just getting harassed to the downside, even by the 10 as well. It's also notable that the 4-hour found support off the exponential 200 exponential moving average, and that is a pretty classic area for a bounce. Toggle back out to the daily here. So yeah, my conditions for upside are going to be, first of all, getting back above that 10 on daily candle body closures. Then I want to see it get above this horizontal here at 44 cents, and then the granddaddy confirmation for me is going to be above the top side of that liquid zone. Confirmations to the downside is going to be a daily candle body closure or even a 12-hour closure below 34 cents, probably gets it, and then perhaps a test of that liquid zone. But the more time that Tfuel stays range bound between these liquid zones, the more that 55 is going to rise up in the confluence with that. And anyone that follows along knows that I do like the 55, especially when it comes into confluence with major areas on a chart. So more patience likely required here as the market makes some decisions coming into the weekend. Anyways, thanks so much for coming by and checking out this video. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one. And of course, until I see you again, have yourselves a powerful day.